Ibingelele egameni lenkosi yethu Jesu Kristu. Siqhubeka nezifundo zethu sokwenza revision njengamanje. So sidila noline kaKristu njengoba sazi. So compare noline wethu 144,000. So sisadila nalama waymarks. Sizama ukwanikeza ama details ukuze siwabone lama waymarks ukuthi are sound and futhi there's a history behind them ekufanele si-understandile as siqhubeka so understand. So sidila neline kaKristu qale ngo-4 BC izala uKristu, and then you have an increase of knowledge. uKristu man at 12 years, and then after that John the Baptist. Message formalized, we are preacher message, preacher John the Baptist message formalized, and then so required to believe it and to understand it must say figure like message, because the next point it's a test. Time of the end, increase of knowledge, formalization, a test. So 27 AD sithi-ke uyabhaptizwa kuKristu. Mase baptizwa la kufanele umbone ukuthi this is the Messiah. And the message that John the Baptist is to prepare to accept the Messiah. Again, to make color foot la time of the end, increase of knowledge, formalization, the test. Nakhona futhi sombona uKristu ke manje ungena wilderness for 40 days, 40 nights. And then he's tested of the devil Jobasaz 3 times. After that, uzobe seyaphuma anikezwe something to eat. Izingilosi. So sithi mebuya already and we understand the ministry yakhe. He's got this increase of knowledge. The ministry yakhe manje, and the message useyinikiwe uyiphethe njengamanje. And this increase of knowledge ukuthi uMessiah. So mesifika ekhana, it is formalized. Wonke umuntu uzobona manje ukuthi this is the Messiah, because uzoshintsha amanzi abe yini, abe wine. So sibona this divine symbol, or sizothi this manifestation of the power of God, this miracle. The miracle la inikwa la ayenza la iyona ezoformalize abantu ukuthi babone ukuthi uMessiah ngempela lo. And then after that, it's the first temple cleansing. Uzongena etempelini eJerusalem, it's a Passover. Uzongena etempelini akudinga amatafula. Why? Because uthi mesho nenza indlu kababa a den of thieves, angithi. So he's announcing himself as the Messiah. He's taking over the temple, and fica ama leaders ebalimali, angithi, doing this exchange, money changing and all that. But biznalionto, this is why they were passed by. Noma uNkulunkulu engazange abasebenzise kulomsebenzi wale kingdom, because they were not ready, but busy counting money, doing this thing endlini kaNkulunkulu. So uKristu ke manje is taking over the house and was presented as this new leader ke manje. So you need to know ukuthi when it gets to this point, we have this new leadership, someone who's taking over the temple manje, he's ruling. So there's a change of leadership. This story into fanele si understand. From the beginning, Mayfi Kristu izalo, the leaders are passed by, because Mayfi ama Magi atin. Methi uplozelwe isithi bathi abamazi, and then indaba yafika kuHerod. Herod biza ama priests and leaders ukuthi thina ama scrolls uplozelwe. And then nathini athi bamsithi abafuna ukumtshela uHerod, yabo, ukuthi khona umuntu ozelwe, until azabaforce. And then message ama scrolls to say Bethlehem, and then the direction ikhombe Bethlehem, but abekho mnandi futhi abafuni futhi ukumtshela uHerod all the details about this Messiah. After that, mekuphunywa abantu behamba ama Magi ehambe eBethlehem, basala bona baspreada these falsehoods la isithi ukuthi ningayilaleli yantu, ningayibelieve akho Messiah futhi lana, yabona. So they were passed by in 4 BC, but again they were passed by 2001 or sorry ngo 27 AD make baptize uKristu. This is this ceremony the anointed one, but they are passed by again mesukuma ethempelini ese announce ukuthi Messiah. So you will see there's this change of leadership. Christ is claiming the temple mekufika lapha. So but umsebenzi owenzeka konke lama waymark, it's an increase of knowledge yonke no time, right? So sithi we stop right there history kaKristu. Enye into esifuna ukuyifaka la manje, let's go back to history kaMoses. Sibeke kulo line. When you look at the history kaMoses, Moses uzuzalwa at the time of the end. Kuphela last take Peli time prophecy, this 400 years. Genesis chapter 15. Kuninga ukuthi tshelo Abraham your seed izohamba iye kulelizwe, this strange country. They will serve them, bazoba serve 400 years ekuthunjweni. So 400 years. So maphela 400 years siyazi ukuthi ke manje bayakhululwa uNkulunkulu barayizele this deliverer, and ubani le deliverer Moses. So iqala player history mezalwa uMoses. So Moses is a type of Christ ozoyithola, because Moses uzothi metshela abantu baka-Israel khona umprofethi ozayo ofana nami, a greater one, ofana nami yena mzweni nimuzwe, ekhuluma ngobani? ngoKristu. So sithi again uMoses uyazalwa la, and then after that sibonile uMoses uzoba na 12 years, and isifundile quote great quote la Patriarch and Prophet bekhulunywa ngokuthi Moses uzothi masena 12 years, and then abese ebuyiselwa back to iPalace yakafaro, because remember ukuthi ingane yatholwa emfuleni ngithi, and unote ukuthi khona abantwana ababulawayo futhi la 2 years and under, because uFaro ufuna ukubulala this Messiah. So the devil using Pharaoh ukuthi makubulawe lo Messiah, because his story siyazwakala ukuthi khona this deliverer. So izindaba ziyahamba, there's this increase of knowledge. uFaro understand ukuthi khona this deliverer, and then Egypt yonke understand that there's this deliverer ezokhulula laba bantu, and Moses naye uyazi understand ezisikhathi siqhubeka ukuthi uyi-deliverer, but nabazali bakhe njengoba bezomkhulisa manje, they have this understanding ukuthi uMoses uyena oyi-deliverer ozokhulula abantu la, and this is a special child. Sho kanjalo ku-Patriarch and Prophet, uma wakhe utheme ibona lengane, this is a special child, wazama indlela yokuthi protect. Luckily, because grace uzotholwa indodakazi kaFaro angithi, uMiriam usisi kaMoses umile kude buduze angithi, ukufuna ukuspya abone ukuthi kwenzekani njengoba beyithatha ingane, siyabona. And then after that uzoqhamuka uMiriam offerishe ihelp ukuthi hayi ngamthola unini mina wengane, kwathiwa do that quickly, yavele watholakala kumaka Moses. So ingane yagcina ikhuliswa umaka Moses, wayitraina ke ingane, but masayina 12 years ingane kuthiwa iphinde kuma-courts akaFaro, because ingane isiyingane yendodakazi kaFaro njengoba sazi story. So sonke le story ngisikhuluma la, this is an increase of knowledge. Esizalwa nje Moses qhubekwa la, there's this increase of knowledge of understanding ukuthi khona lengane ezelo. So no Moses ke ufundiswa kanjalo. Then after that siyasazi story kuMoses izothi meqhubeka ke hlele ePalace lapha ya, and then agcine esemdala after 40 years now, fast forward 40 years, and then tozoyithola uMoses se understand fully ukuthi ke manje uNkulunkulu umpositionile ukuthi akhulule laba bantu, but siyamazi ukuthi ucabanga ukuthi kuzosebenza izikhwepa zakhe nale military abamfundise yona, nale philosophy ayifunde Egypt, all this philosophy. Moses befundile philosophy yase Egypt, a poet. Moses was this clever guy, efunde all the law, was also a lawmaker, and utrainiwe is a general army yase-Egypt, and uFaro umtrainele umprepare ufuna ukumenza uFaro mefa yena. So Moses ke the only thing I escapile bese befuna ukumenza i-priest, because e-Egypt to become a pharaoh you must be a priest. And so uma ke bemtrainele lezi zinto ukuthi ke angayingeni leyani, so behleli ke opposer ke leyo inside ama-courts ase-Egypt, but he managed to get away with it because uyingane ye-royalty, so abamnake angakangako, yabona. But siyamazi Moses uzobulala umuntu and then abese yabaleka ayohlala e-wilderness, ahlale lapha ya 40 years again. So wolusa ke izimvu zikaJethro, uJethro ubaba wezala wakhe or umkhwe wakhe, or yeah, father-in-law, yes. So Moses ke uzoshada, ashada uZipporah, and then ke uhleli lapha ke after 40 years izwi likaNkulunkulu lizofika kuyena elusile. Siyasazi istory. This is where we are manje, sithi ke simuvile ke manje because it is here la message izoba formalized, because uzokwenzana la uzobona this burning bush. Siyabona, there's a burning bush. Moses athi awuthi ngisondele, mesondela kwaqhamuka izwi lathi izwi khumula izinyawo zakho Moses. So ilo nto sifuna ukuyinotha ke manje. So at formalization to Moses, take off your shoes, because indawo mekuyona it's holy ground. So sifuna ukunotha lo nto, this is a burning bush. And into oyitholayo lapha ya kuthiwa uMoses makakhumula izicathulo, ama-sandals lawa agqokile, because indawo emekuyona ingcwele. And then uzabe senikezwa ke i-message yokuthi ke hamba ke ngiyakuthuma ke kuFaro ke manje, uzuthi ke I am ukuthumile ukuzokhulula abantu baka-Israel. And so siyasazi ke story. So into besifuna ukuyinotha ke la, here you have this symbol of a burning bush, right? And then Moses ilana yazo understand this wa ke manje message yakhe ukuthi ke wena ke uzalwa nje ubizelwe lento, yaba yokuyokhulula abantu ba-Israel. So the message is formalized here. Siyayibona liyana. So Moses understanding ukuthi nayi message. So this is holy ground to make yon. So point esifuna ukuza kulona ukuthi when you get to this formalization, this is a sacred territory, or this is a holy ground or make yon. So no ngathiwa bona inkani la awufuni uku understand this message. But when you get to this point at formalization, usume endaweni engcwele. And this message oyiphethe, it's a life or death message. If uhluleka ukubona uJohn the Baptist, ukuthi uJohn the Baptist uraise unikiwe imessage ukuthi amukela uJohn the Baptist, if uhluleka, then ngeke ukwazi ukumamukela uKristu mase baptized, and then you are lost. So when the message is formalized, it is holy ground. Ilonto esifuna ukuza kuyona. So again, Mozala kule history city, there's this increase of knowledge and then formalization. So when the message is formalized, it is holy ground. Ilonto esishoyo, you are expected to accept ukuthi uKristu is the Messiah, and uKristu uzokunikeza a sign njengoba ubona manje ukuthi ushintsha amanzi wenzani, wenze wine, angithi uyabona. So if uhluleka ukubona leyo nto, then you are lost. So again njengoba ubona la uMoses kwi-burning bush uzomechaza izitori zakhe, ngiyesaba mina kwathini, kuthiwa thatha le nduku oyiphethe wenze njani, uyiphonse phansi, angithi. So magic tshela phansi induku kwenzekani, yashintsha yaba inyoka, angithi. And then Moses waqala wabaleka, kwathiwa no ungabaleki. So uNkulunkulu ukunikeza isign man, thatha leya nyoka uyibambe ngomsila, right? And then theme ibamba ngomsila inyoka, yaphenduka yayinduku. Kwathiwa sikunikeza this miracle ke manje, because uthi abantu abazongibelieve mengifika, abantu abazongibelieve. Kuthiwa no, uzophonsa induku phansi, induku izoshibe inyoko, uyibambe ngomsili izobuyela esandleni, ungesabi. So again uzophinda nikezwe enye sign, kuthiwa akafaka isandla sakhe esifubeni, mesikhipha sibuya sesinochoko, ileprosy le, simhlophe qhwa, sigcwele idisease, yabona. Athi mekuthuswa isandla kuthiwa ungathuki, siphindise. Athi mesiphindisa sabuya sesifana njengalesi sinye, ngithi. So sithi manje la Moses unikezwa this miracle ukuthi manje you need to understand ukuthi unikiwe i-message. The message is formalized, and njengamanje you are standing on the holy ground. If uphikisana noNkulunkulu la, then you are lost. Siyayibona leyanto. Again njengoba sisho, uChrist meqala ephenduka ephendula amanzi wenza iwine, noma ngaba uzwanga kahle la, mhlawumbe ngesikhathi ebaptizwa, noma ngabe mhlawumbe yonke enye into uyizwanga, but mase eshintsha amanzi eba iwine, fanele wazi ukuthi this is God, and the message is formalized, Messiah lo. And so after that, test, and then it's a life or death message, a test lesikhuluma ngayo. If uhluleka ukumamukela, and then you lost. So ile nto ifanele manje siyifake engqondweni. So kahle kahle sithini ke manje, sibuyile ke manje sikule history yethu ke manje, ngoba siku 1989, right? So meqala le message iqhamuka la, sithi le message there's an increase of knowledge, and it's 1991 sichazile lezo zinto. I won't go into details ukuthi ngo-1991 i-Soviet Union it is falling, sithe yawa ngo-1989, isimboli yakhona it's Berlin Wall, udonga lolo behlukanise i-West ne-Eastern Germany. And so mese kuwa lolu donga la uyiswa abantu lolu donga, because there was riots, abantu they were fed up with this system, and then abantu bavuka ebusuku ngo-12 bacrasha lolu yadonga, siyabona. So sithi ke manje la udonga ngo-1989 November 9, note futhi naleyonto. And so but kodwa it's gonna be until 1991 la izowaka i-Soviet Union completely officially kubheke wonke umhlaba. Sanotha leya two-step process, right? 1989 it's a deadly wound, angithi sho njalo. 1991 it's a death, it's a complete death. So meyiwa le power iwa le two-step process, okay, angithi, because ilandela leya principle lesithi Christ uthiwani uChrist usho into eyenzeka eqaleni, but usho into ezokwenzeka egcineni ayenze eqaleni, angithi his alpha and omega. So history yokuqala izositshela what is going to happen in history yesibili, because sikhuluma nge-time of the end. Time of the end yokuqala 1798, sikudana 11 verse 40, yeah, right? So qaleni 1798 simbonile uPope, now besisho la uPope wabanjwa laphana, bamsusa ethronini yakhe eVatican ngo-1798 10 February, and then bamthatha bamusa exile, but uzofanini later ngo-1799. So sinota this death, this deadly wound, bese kuba yini i-death ngo-1799. So uPope usukile ukuphela kwe-kingdom yakhe, kukhona leya two-step process, uyabona. So sithi ke even this king of the north nayo maseyifa izofa in this two-step process, because khuluma king of the north, the papacy, king of the south, USSR njengamanje, siyabona. So the principle izobaluleka because we are tracing the USSR njengamanje la. USSR uzoyibona ukuthi ke sizoqhubeka isikhashana nje bese iguquka leyanto, bese kuqhamuke sekuyini manje, sekuyi-Russia, because there's a difference between Russia and the USSR, yabona. USSR is a group of countries including Russia, but manje it is Russia. So and Putin njengamanje mengena ngo-1999 uzozama ukwenzani, ufuna ukuzo-resurrecta lo mbuso wama-Russians, yabona. So this is why uzombona ke manje ukuthi ke sizozama ukuyiconnecta ke manje nento eyenzekayo njengamanje njengoba siku-2023, njengoba uzobona manje khona there is a war between the king of the north and the king of the south. It's the same war. United States being the king of the north, Russia the king of the south. And so, and sesiyazi futhi nokuthi kuleyo war ubani ozohlulwa, yabo, because the beginning of this history ngo-1989 will show us ukuthi kuzokwenzekani at the end of this history. Siyabona. So 1989 Russia, but USSR is crumbling, is losing. So in the future Russia is losing because Christ tells you what is happening from the beginning. Akutshela ukuthi kuzokwenzekani at the end. Siyayibona leyo nto leyo. Nakhona futhi Russia izothi mayifa ife in a two-step process. Siyabona. But I'm moving ahead of myself. Kodwa ngizama nje ukuthi siyibone leyo nto siyigcine ezingqondweni, right? So yonke besisho 1989 you have this increase of knowledge, time of the end. 1991 you have first asiqale singene internally, besihlukanise kanjalo what is happening internally. Sathi the brethren in the Seventh-day Adventist Church banikezwa this line upon line message esiyisekela ngo-Isaiah chapter 28 verse 9 to verse 13. You can read that. This line upon line message izoba itool ke manje uNkulunkulu azonikeza abantu bakhe to understand these prophecies using line upon line. But kodwa mase ongena into details uzobona ukuthi mesithi line upon line sikhuluma ngani kahle kahle. Enye indlela yokuthi sikhuluma ngama-parables, because ama-parables wenzani? Uthatha uline ubese wenze njani? Ucompare and compare it with another line. Angithi yonto yenzayo. Uthatha into ethile uyicompare nento ethile. Uthatha into ethile uyicompare nento ethile. So that's all we are doing. Even nabo mebeyinikwa line upon line, comparing a line of history with another line of history. Siyabona. So sithi ke it's the same message, but ke uzoyibona later ukuthi izoqhamuka ke seyinhle ke manje ke, because even the jewels are more shining 10 times brighter masiqhamuka yonke le nto. Yabona. So sithi ke manje this is 1991 banikezwa this line upon line, and then after that 1996 it's a formalization. Sithen you are standing on the holy ground, right? If gokuthi this message uyamukele masela, really you have to accept it. If you reject it here, then you lost. And so sithi abantu abebekhona kwi-Seventh-day Adventist Church, I understand that this increase of knowledge in 1989, the leadership of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, sithi they were passed by, because njengamanje kuzoraiswa abanye abantu njengamanje abazo understand that these truths, and lama truths maybe wanikezwe, they will reject them. So by rejecting this line upon line message, ezothi mayiqhamuka manje iba formalized bese iqhamuke ihlangane seyiqhamuka manje seyihlangena, ngithi sasho njalo. So sathi 1996 imessage yaba formalized njengamanje, angithi kwazo producer leli book, This Time of the End magazine, right? So sithi ke manje the message is formalized. Shukuthi if you want to understand this message, all you do, you find out uthole leli book lizo explainer this short magazine nje izokutshela Daniel 11 verse 40 to 45. And so sithi ke message is formalized once wayibona seyingene kule magazine, and sithi ke this is a miracle. Siyabona. And then sithi this is holy ground. We are standing up on the holy ground njengamanje, because you will see more funda la ukuthi this is a miracle. There's no way ukuthi umuntu ofana nami nawe anga understand these verses, anga understand these visions of Daniel chapter 11 particularly ngalolu hlobo. This is where kufanele ube convinced ukuthi God is leading. Siyabona. So sithi you will be convinced ukuthi truly uNkulunkulu is leading if you read this magazine. If bola phaya ngo-1996, and then ke manje yonke lento prepare ke manje to accept 2001, which 2001 is going to be a major waymark in our history, right? So 2001 simkhumbula is going to be a major waymark. Kwenzekani sikhulume ngama wars. You remember good, there's a first war, a second war. Then this is Revelation chapter 9. This is the fifth and the sixth trumpet, right? We are not going to go into details, but those prophecies were starting where? And a time prophecy are starting from 1299, 150, you add 150 years, is ukuthathi kubeke 1449, and then from there, from 1449, you add 391 years and 15 days, ukuthathi kubeke 1840, August 11. You remember, still in the history, Yama Millerites. And then we discovered in 1840, it was in 1840, the history Yama Millerite, right? Because to 1798, the history Yama Millerite, right? 1840, Sati, there's this message manje, it is empowered. Sakhuluma ngokuthi kahle this is this symbol coming down. It's a very symbol, but there's this symbol, right? You remember, ekhumbula ukuthi uKristu utheme baptized kwenzekani? Kwaqhamuka idavu ijuba lazohlala ekhanda again. There's this symbol coming down, siyabona, to empower imessage kaKristu, angithi ukuthi uKristu uMessiah, siyabona. So even history ka Moses is tell at the burning bush uzoyinika message angithi bese yahamba ke. But you remember mesifunda Exodus chapter 4 verse 24, 23, 24, 25. Exodus chapter 4, 23, 24, 25. Moses kuthiwani? Moses is in the inn. Angithi usendleleni manje yapi Egypt. Ngobude bendlela bazongena kwi-inn like a motel or indawo yokulala, yabo. And so mesebelele lapha or mesengenile, God met him. So Moses uzohlangana noNkulunkulu Samuel lapha. uNkulunkulu ufuna ukubulala uMoses, right? And Moses is dying ngalesi sikhathi. And then uZipporah unkosikazi wakhe wenzani? Because uZipporah ubaba wakhe uJethro, lo Moses asebenza kuyena amluselayo izimvu, and the two Jethro is a priest of the Most High God, uyabona. So Jethro umfundisile uZipporah unkosikazi kaMoses ukuthi kwenzekani on the 8th day. Monengane ngosuku lika 8 fanele kwenzekeni, fanele uyicircumcise according to a covenant enikezwe uAbraham, right? But Moses akazange ayenze lento, and Moses ufuna ukuya eEgypt yokhulula abantu. Kodwa Moses yena as a leader akazange ayicircumcise ingane on the 8th day. So yayibona ke leyanto ukuthi ubudedengu noma ithini leyanto ubudedengu lo besikhuluma ngabo ukuthi you are careless, ukuthi ungathi uyi-leader wena. And uElena wathi uyasho ukuthi uMoses yena uyi-leader, and manje if wavunyelwa ukuthi to get away nalesisenzo lesasenzayo, abantu babezofunda kuMoses ukuthi vele ayibalekanga leyana. So yena as a leader kwakufanele abe yi-leader kulezi zinto, abe example. But yena ngoba uhlale Egypt too much, angithi sho njalo ukuthi uhlale Egypt kakhulu, ukhuliswe ngama-Egyptians, ingqondo yama-Egyptians. And so noma ke manje esehleli ke amunye 40 years in the wilderness, but I understand kahle, yabona. So yiyo naleni methunywa nalezi zinto ukuthi Nkosi mina angikwazi ukukhuluma, mina ngeke, mina yabo. So uyileyanto leyana. So uNkulunkulu umshake off manje kulento ukuthi hey wena vuka, yabo. And so ke manje sithi ke uMoses ke manje uzobanjwa uNkulunkulu ke manje uhlangana noNkulunkulu in the inn, and uNkulunkulu ufuna ukumbulala because of his circumcision. And uZipporah unkosikazi wakhe uzoyi-understanda leyo nto ukuthi uMoses konje akayenzanga i-circumcision yengane yakhe njengoba ethi uye-Egypt. And Ellen White uthi it's a sign ngabenza le circumcision, it's a sign yokuthi yonke lento azoyenza uthembele kuNkulunkulu, and yonke ipower ne-protection njengoba e-Egypt irelaye kuNkulunkulu. So manje uma ungayenzi i-circumcision sho ukuthi wena uhamba ngokuhlakanipha kwakho manje, awuhambi ngoNkulunkulu, you're not trusting in God. Ungahamba kanjani ungayenzanga i-covenant, isimboli ye-covenant ebaluleke kangaka, siyabona. So ke manje uZipporah ke kuthiwa wathatha a-sharp stone wayenganeni, wathatha ingane wayisika i-foreskin ingane right there. Moses uyakhihliza uyafa la Moses, sika ingane i-foreskin, thatha le foreskin wayiphonsa ezinyaweni zikaMoses inegazi njalo, washweleza uNkulunkulu wathi a bloody husband thou unto me, ukuthi manje usungumyeni wami wegazi, because i-circumcision seyenziwe. And then to Jehovah wamyeka right there Moses. And then Moses mephaphama ke manje ila wabona khona hey angeke le mission engihamba serious afanele ngiyeke manje lento yami nami manje kuyafikwa la, this is a serious mission. So sithi 27 AD uChrist uyabaptizwa, but sithi Moses uhlangana noNkulunkulu in this divine symbol is coming down, because uNkulunkulu uqhamukile manje from heaven, is coming down ukuyohlangana noMoses in the inn, Exodus 4 verse 24, right? And so this is when this message of Moses was empowered. From there Moses ecishe wafa, right? Phindanga uMoses ekhuluma into eningi, phindanga uMoses ethi mina ngeke mina wathi no. After this now I understand ukuthi hey fanele ngibe serious. And then sithi the message is empowered. Moses ke manje uyaphi, uyakufaro njengamanje, siyabona. So without going into details, but kodwa uzothi molandela le history kaMoses uzobona ukuthi Moses uzofika lapha e-Egypt. Mefika uMoses and uzofika lapha nasho ukuthi hayi ngihlangane noNkulunkulu wama-Hebrews in the wilderness, so ungithumile ke ngila. Uhlangane no-Aaron ke manje u-Aaron uzomthatha introducer kwi-leadership, right? Yes, yakwa-Israel ukuthi hey awufikile uMoses engathi uthi siyakhululwa, yabo. Hayi kwaqala kwathi hey Moses uthini, uMoses uzosikhulula. Uthe uJehova ke mebebuza ukuthi ithini yonke lento, show them these signs. Angithi uyakhumbula ukuthi bavezele lama signs wena, once wabavezela lama signs they will believe, right? So sithi manje mefika la Moses uzojikijela induku phansi, right, phambi kwe-leadership yakwa-Israel ukuthi hawu uJehova ufikile. Bhekani le nduku, uthe mayiphonsa phansi induku jika inyoka, kwathiwa hey Moses ukwenzekani? Waphinde wayibamba ngomsile wathi nyawo, waqeda waphinda futhi wafaka isandla esifubeni sakhe wathi sibuya sesimhlophe sigcwele leprosy, yabo. Kwathiwa hey leprosy, kwathiwa hayi man, what made sesi-clean, kwathiwa uJehova ufikile. Kuthiwa they believed ukuthi uJehova uhlangane noMoses, right? And so ke manje sithi ke le divine symbol esikhuluma ngayo, the message is formalized, everyone understands because of this miracle ukuthi truly Moses uthunyiwe uNkulunkulu, right? And then sithi ke manje after that Moses uzombona ke manje will stand up before Pharaoh, right? Uzosukuma mephambi kwaFaro ke manje sezoclaim imission yakhe ukuthi uNkulunkulu ungithumile uthe ngizokutshela ke Pharaoh ukuthi khulula abantu bakhe, and uNkulunkulu ufuna abantu bakhe bayomkhonza in the wilderness ijourney ka 3 days, yabona. So asikho ke kulonto. So but ipoint esikulona sifuna ukuveza le history yethu ukuthi 2001 na this divine symbol is coming down. Ellen White kuzosibekela ke we read sazowafunda lama quotations futhi ukuthi when this divine symbol comes down, so and then uNkulunkulu-ke manje is shaking things up, right? Even the towers-ke manje-ke azoba symbol. So azoba symbol lama-towers-ke manje sithe ama-plane ayo-4 if ufunda kahle sikhumbula ayo-4 ayo-2 ashaya ama-twin towers. Ama-twin towers-ke ama-towers-ke lawa amabhilidi amakhulu lawa eNew York World Trade Center bewuthula amabhilidi. Those were tallest buildings in the world ngaleso sikhathi. Manje khona amanye amabhilidi like i-Burj Khalifa eDubai, but ngaleso sikhathi lamabhilidi boyi-2 abemade iwona abemade-ke eyisimboli-ke ye-economy, right, yomhlaba. So Bin Laden-ke uzosebenzisa-ke le group yakhe kuthiwa i-Al-Qaeda terrorist group, because it's the third war. This is the third war we are discussing under this 7th trumpet. Remember, the 5th and the 6th trumpet still now, which is the first war and the second war, aphela nini 1840, right? And then but the 6th trumpet yaphela nini yona 1844, right? And then from 1844 the 7th trumpet is sounding. So 1844 the 7th trumpet is sounding, and the trumpet sound njengoba manje ubona sikhuluma njengamanje, it is sounding up until Christ comes. So mebuya uChrist, because great controversies zokutshela ukuthi there's gonna be this trumpet that will sound. Paul uzokutshela 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 ukuthi the trumpet will sound. Yebo leya trumpet leya. So mebuya uChrist, a trumpet would sound, and this is the 7th trumpet. So i-trumpet isetshenziswe nini? I-trumpet uyayazi ukuthi isetshenziswa to warn the people of this pending danger, of if khona something eyenzekayo edinga ukuthi iwonishe abantu. If there's a war, you give a trumpet a certain sound, an alarm, yabona. And so iyasetshenziswa futhi if there's this event, just to warn the people, to alert the people ukuthi there's this event, just like Christ. Now Christ uyabuya, so an angel is gonna blow this trumpet. So sithi-ke 2001 we are under this 7th trumpet. Ilaqala khona this 3rd war, right? Because sidila nje in the 5th, 6th and the 7th trumpet, which is the 1st war, 2nd war, 3rd war. So 3rd war, it begins in 2001. Ilento efanele siyinote. There are people, kunabantu aba-understandayo ukuthi iqala nini this third war. Sithi iqala ngo-2001 mhlazana ama-towers ewa Al-Qaeda. This is Islam under Bin Laden. They are marked in history again. They are coming back to life in history. So this is where we mark them, because Islam, Islam is just, it's a symbol we use. It's symbol esisebenzayo when we talk about izimpi ezizokwenzeka kulomhlaba, because uzonota ukuthi ke there is a war ezokuqhubeka la up until Christ comes. Even number 7 last plagues angale war. So whatever you see has to do with this war. Sifundile Luke chapter 21 verse 25 says there's distress of nations. Amanye ama signs to ezosibonisa ukubuya kwaKristu. Njengoba befanele abuye ngo-1863 angisishini. So isani yokuqala ekhulunywa ngayo lapha the earthquake of Lisbon esasikhulume ngayo ngo-1755, right? And then bese sikhuluma ngelanga liguquka libamnyama inyanga ibabomvu ngo-1780. And then bese kwenzekani ngo-1833 bese inkanyezi ziyawa, ama-sign lawa. Bese kwenzekani, bese kuba i-sign of the Son of Man coming with power and great glory. Angithi sho njalo. But you got the content edwayo lapha ku-Luke 21 verse 25. Kuthiwa distress of nations. So sasho ukuthi-ke khona distress of nations. In the history of the Millerites, it is Islam which is distressing the nations. Lezi zimpi, the four winds are blowing, right? These winds of strife. The sea is roaring. Luke 21:25. So, izimpi leziyana. So, part and parcel of the coming of Christ. So, njengoba sithi le history iqalile manje ngo-1989. It's about the coming of Christ. uKristu uyabuya. So, yini ufanele expect manje? Distress of nations, the wars. Angithi uyabona. So, sithi-ke, history is complex. History is complicated. But lama lines, we are trying to make history simple. To withdraw kuma lines. Siyabona. So, sithi njengoba manje, not ukuthi issue is about Islam, not ukuthi izimpi Islam phela ulwayo, but Islam is a symbol of this war. Siyabona leyanto, because njengoba sisho vele the main war is esiyibona manje is about the king of the north and the king of the south, but in the midst of this war, Islam is part and parcel of it. So uzobona mase siya kuma details sesifuna ukuthola kahle ukuthi kwenzekani ngo-1989, even before 1989, particularly 1979 to 1989. Uzobona ukuthi there's a war between the king of the north and south. So sikhuluma nge-Russia, USSR, sikhulume nge-US, United States of America. But again, khona transition, angithi uyakhumbula, transition from the papacy to the United States as being the king of the north. So ungabi confused lapha. And so sithi-ke noma kuliwa the king of the north and the king of the south, but Islam is in the midst of this war. So as a symbol, this third war begins in 2001 when this angel comes down, and when this angel comes down, the towers are falling, all right? And this is the symbol. Ekufanele ngabe siyibonile ukuthi ngo-2001 this divine symbol came down to empower the message. Which message? Message revealed since 1989. It is empowered in 2001. And so this magazine was going to prepare us to accept this message, because yonke lento engiyikhulumayo uzoyithola kuleya magazine. Uzoyithola kuleya magazine when the message is formalized in 1996. And so manje sithi-ke from here kuya phambili, you have this group of people inside the Seventh-day Adventists which are understanding this increase of knowledge. Sithe futhi these are dispensations. So this is one dispensation, this is another dispensation, kanjalo kanjalo. So noma ngabe bongekho wena la, doesn't matter, iyeze yakho nami i-dispensation. Sizoya kuma details mase sifuna ngempela ukubona history yethu. Njengoba besingekho la nala besingekho, but bakhona besebekhona. I was one of them. I was there. I understood the increase of knowledge since 2009. I understood the message. So wonke umuntu uzothola i-chance kulento, siyabona. So sithi-ke lezi zinto-ke le ndlela ezihamba ngayo njengamanje, then-ke senza i-revision nje la if uzibuza ukuthi senzani. So from 2009 again sithi iphenduke futhi ibe time of the end land, because it's a different dispensation. And then sikhuluma-ke manje ngokuthi there's another truth, elinye iqiniso manje, which is coming out, right? It's no longer Daniel 11 verse 40. It's no longer line upon line message, but there's another truth now which is coming out. Angithi 2520. Sikhuluma 2520 manje, and we are discussing the charts. Angithi yakhumbula ukuthi khona 1843 chart, khona 1850 chart. Now Ellen White these charts were directed by the hand of the Lord. The hand of the Lord was in this chart by Brother Nichols, made quote to 1850 chart. So no one should alter this chart. If there's going to be a change, only by inspiration. And so we know later Seventh-day Adventist history, particularly around 1863, 2520 was buried. All these charts were hidden. Zambos was a fihlekalism. Even maseqhamuka lama chart, but last was kahle manje ukwa-understand ukuthi nje beyi-2 or sorry njengoba ama-2520 so discover ukuthi kanti ayi-2 because besingazi kwathini ukuthi ayi-2 lama-2520s is that zenzileke zama-2520s. This is just a revision. And so sithi-ke sothola nathi-ke kule history yethu ukuthi ayi-2 kanti lama-2520 uyabona. So particularly sithole somewhere lapha ngo-2005 le chart yesibili or le 2520 yesibili, because ebesiyazi le ese-charting le eqala ngo-677 iphele ngo-1844 le Southern tribe, i-2520 ye-Southern tribe. 2005 sathola ukuthi hayi bukhona enye 2520 ye-Northern tribe uyabona. And so ke manje ke sizama ukulandela lezo zinto. So sithi ke one of the brethren udigile 2520 ngo-2005, then sa understand ukuthi awumabili kanti. And so le ebhalwe lesibili ke le tholwe ngesikhathi ama-minerate lo mzalwane kuthiwa Hiram Edson. So but ke 2009 then ilake izoba khona this increase of knowledge over the subject. So increase of knowledge simarka ke ngo-2009 khona i-study ke sokwenziwa laphana kuthiwa i-2520 revealed. So if you watch this study la uzothola kahle ke understanding i-2520. Some of the things dilile nazo kulezi. And then 2520 ke iyona ke maso uya deep kuyona ke izokunikeza i-principle, and le principle izokunikeza i-principle bese manje ukwazi ukuthi even mawusebenzisa le principle you can predict time. Sho ukuthi manje ungakwazi nokuthi upredict isikhathi esingakenzeki using ama-principles and symbols ozowathola uma wenza lese study siyayibona liyana. So enye ama-principles sozama ukuyisebenzisa, but enye yalama-principles sesiyisebenzisile futhi ifunganakanga because sithi ngo-1863 i-Seventh-day Adventist Church ingene ebumnyameni, but sithi izophuma ngo-1989, right? If you count 1863 to 1989, how many years? 126 years. So khona i-prophecy e-126 esiyitholayo ke mawutadisha leya prophecy ye-2520, particularly Daniel chapter 5 mesikhuluma ngaleya mbhalo esodongeni kuthiwa mene tekel varsin, sizodrawa i-conclusion lapho ukuthi kuyo yonke leyanto you have 126 shekels, of which mawuthatha ama-geras according to Ezekiel 45 verse 12 kuthiwa shekel has 20 geras. So mawufuna ukuthola ukuthi how many shekels, ngiyazi lezi zinto sesifundile ngazo. If you want to understand them carefully ungaphindela emuva nje kula ma-studies esiwenzile, sengiyayixoxa nje manje uyabona. So 126 times 20 ikunikeze i-2520. So what I'm saying, it is isho sithi ngo-2012 labazalwane using this 126 esikhuluma ngayo manje, because this 126 it's a key to unlock future prophecies. So bazo understand ke labazalwane ukuthi lo 126 if ekwazi ukusebenza to unlock i-time of the end ngo-1989 from 1863 sizozama ukumsebenzisa. Futhi ungamsebenzisa manje to unlock ufuna ukuthola i-Sunday law ukuthi inini, yabona. So yonke besifuna ukuyenza ke leyo kahle kahle namhlanje. If isikhathi sivuma, I'm not too sure if isikhathi siyavuma, but kodwa bengibone ku-important siphinde senze i-revision yalezi zinto ezenzekayo la. Maybe kwesilandela isifundo we will deal naleyo prophecy extensively, but 2012 the message is formalized, and so when the message is formalized sebenalo key unlock future esithi it's a 126, and then bazosebenzisa i-126 to ukuthola manje ukuthi ngo-2014 has to be a Sunday law, has to be a Sunday law. 2014 we are establishing manje ukuthi it's a Sunday law. Siyabona, there is a Sunday law ngo-2014, but the problem ukuthi if I understand the Sunday law ukuthi how is it going to look like, awuzokwazi ukubona wena ukuthi ngo-2014 it's a type of a Sunday law 2014, yabona. So sithi-ke manje sizozama uku-establisha-ke ukuthi siziprepare ukuze sikwazi ukubona ukuthi mesithi u-2014 it's a Sunday law sikusho kanjani lokho. So uyakhumbula mesila ukuthi mesithi u-2014 uyi-Sunday law, umbuzo fanele uzibuze ukuthi komuphi uline, because there are 4 histories la ebhodini, but kodwa there are 3 histories kahle kahle. Angithi sithe khona i-history yama-disciples, i-history elaba abayi-12 uKristu azobaqoqa bokuqala, angithi bese kuba khona a second group uKristu Matthew chapter 10 verse 5 ukuthi hambani niyoshumayela endlini ka-Israel first, ningayi kuma-Samaritans, ningayi kuma-Gentiles, hambani niye kwa-Israel, yabona. So i-message fanele iqale kwa-Israel first, yabona. So even noma sehamba ke manje uthi qala emvini zika-Israel before niye emnyango. So sithi this is this second group, uyabona, ila kuzophenduka oStefano ke la, uyabona, ila kuzophenduka oNicodemus, uyabona, oNicodemus baphenduka la, angithi uyabona. So abantu abaningi bebeyizwile igospel ngesikhathi preachwa uKristu, abaphendukanga same time, abaphendukanga in that history, baphenduke after uKristu esehambile abantu abaningi, yabona, after the cross. So lo msebenzi we-second group ukuqoqwa, this calling of the second group, then bese kuba i-calling yesithathu, the Gentiles, uyabona. So abezizwe ke lapho Acts chapter 13 verse 42 Paul uthi bekufanele vele nina niqale niyamukele, nina ningama-Jews le gospel befanele niyamukele nina kuqala, but manje niyayiphika ke, sesiyaphuma ke manje sesiya kuma-Gentiles, uyayibona yanto. So sithi ke ama-groups ayi-3 ngalolo hlobo, boyi-3 labo line bonke uzobathola in this big line. So lo line lomkhulu from the beginning uKristu ezalwa kuze kuyobuya uKristu u-100 AD ePatmos, mase buye kwesibili uKristu, angithi uyabona, eza kuJohn ePatmos ezomnikeza leli bhuku, the book of Revelation. Uthi Ellen White, this is the second coming of Christ in that history, because uKristu ufikile ukuqala ezalwa, wafa wavuka wahamba ezulwini. So mase sebuye kwesibili manje lapho, uyayibona leyo. So sithi ke le history phelele ke, enye into ufuna uyinote ke ukuthi uJohn is one of the disciples, not uJohn lo Baptist. Sikhuluma ngoJohn manje, umfowabo James, right? la uKristu azoba recruiter abanye they are one of the 12 angithi. So sithi ke uJohn into ozoyinotha ukuthi uJohn uzoyiphila yonke le history, siyabona, aze abuye uKristu, yabona. So sithi ke manje funa uyinotheke lona mesikhuluma ngale group ke this large big line esikhuluma ngaye, kahle kahle leya line into kufanele uyinothe. Angithi sinotha uJohn manje, uJohn uyini futhi uyi-part of ama-disciples, angithi yabo. So kahle kahle kushuthi mesikhuluma nge-144,000 sokhuluma ngabantu abaphilayo kuleya history up until uKristu abuye, and labo bantu bama-disciples, yabona, kaKristu. And futhi uyabona vele ama-Levites futhi ukuthi akhona ama-Levites or noma this second group abantu abazo-recruitwa kule second group esikhuluma ngayo abazobe bekhona ngesikhathi uKristu ephila, but particularly uJohn uyi-disciple, yabona, and uphila yonke leya history. Ufuna uyinote ukuthi ubone ukuthi ukubuya kwaKristu seduze kangakanani. Mesikhuluma ngokubuya kwaKristu asikhulumi ngento somewhere in the 100 years to come. Kuzofanele uKristu abuye ama-disciples ephila, at least one of them maybe, but I'm trying to make a point lokuthi uJohn usibonise enye into la ukuthi it is very possible ukuthi athi uKristu ebuya ama-disciples ayaphila, ngoba utheme ebuya uJohn uyaphila, angithi uyabona. So kusho ukuthi ke manje mesithi 1989 lo, and then ikhona abantu ke uKristu la azibakhulisa nge-increase of knowledge, and sithi aba-priest labo igroup yokuqala ngithi, ngoba ngithi it's priest, Levites and another names, lama groups ayi-3, right? So le group yokuqala aba-priest. So kupossible ukuthi ke laba priest ke manje athi uKristu ebuya njengoba sithi second coming bebe bephila laba priest, angithi uyabo, bebe bephila. And then ihambisane nani le nto, ihambisane naleya nto beyikhulunywa Ellen White. Khona iquote esiyifundile la mengabe uEllen White ekhuluma ngokubuya kwaKristu lo osithi uKristu wayezobuya ngo-1863. Leya quotation ibithi uEllen White uthi khona abantu kwi-conference ngo-1856 kwi-conference, and uthi njengoba simile la sikwi-conference kukhona abantu la abazoba kudla kwezimpethu bazofa. Aphinda athi kukhona abantu la abazobe bekhona ngama-7 last plagues, abazoshawa ama-7 last plagues bakhona khona la futhi. Abesethi kukhona abanye futhi abazobona uKristu eza ngamafezulu bakhona. So ihambisana naleya period naleya understanding manje ukuthi even in the Millerite history kahle kahle umuntu obekhona lapha Millerite ekhona involved kwi-message ngesikhathi developer leya message ubezombona uKristu ngo-1863 ehla ngamafezulu. So into ofanele uyinote ukuthi once i-message yaba revealed or yaba unsealed message, so the message kufanele yenze umsebenzi wayo is to prepare people for the coming of the Lord. So sazodevelopa futhi ezinye izinto ukuthi njengoba uKristu kwakufanele abuye ngo-1863 wangabuye ngenxa yokuthi abantu bebengekho ready, waphinde wathi uyazama ngo-1888 wangabuye ngenxa yokuthi abantu bebengekho ready. So sithi okwesithathu manje ngo-1989 uKristu manje is trying to come back, and sithi manje okwesithathu, and njebe okwesithathu angeke kuze kusapostpone, angeke kusahlehla manje, and this line is a history of success. Sazoyidevelopa leyona ukuthi le line lesikuyona manje successful sizoyibona mase sihlanganisa nehistory kaKristu le ngaphezulu esikhuluma ngayo. This is a history of success. So igospel izoba successful la ukwenza umsebenzi wayo. because i-gospel yaba successful ngesikhathi saKristu ukwenza umsebenzi wayo. So gospel was successful. So sobona ukuthi ngesikhathi bekhishwe Egypt, lo msebenzi ukuthi makiwe Canaan waba i-failure, abazange bakwazi ukwenza i-gospel ngendlela ebekufanele benze ngayo. And so waphinde bazanywa futhi bakuyiswe eBabylon, but maybe phume eBabylon futhi azange bakwazi ukwenza umsebenzi kaNkulunkulu. It was a failure. Bebephume eBabylon, captivity yesibili. But mase bekidnapwa bethunjwa amaRoma ke manje, spiritual darkness, sithi uzobona ke manje umsebenzi uKristu uzofika ngokwakhe azowenza lapha, and a prepare ibandla, a prepare the church, a prepare abantu. Lo msebenzi wegospel ngesikhathi saKristu successful because ibandla lizokwakhiwa lapha, ibandla lizothunywa ngo34 AD lihambe liyozuza umhlaba, lento uNkulunkulu ebekade efuna. So lo msebenzi successful. Bahlulekile isikhathi bephume eCanaan, bephume eEgypt ukuthi babe yi-example around ama-Canaanites lapha. And then bephume eEgypt, eBabylon futhi bahluleka futhi ukuthi ba-influence abantu ngegospel kaNkulunkulu, baphenduka baba abaFarisi, bavala indonga, bazivalela phakathi eJerusalem, nationalism, kwathi umJuda kadlelana nomSamariya. So bahlulekile. And so sithi ke manje mase kufika uKristu wakha ke manje lo msebenzi, and then uzovusa the 12, abesevusa ama-disciples, abesakhanda ibandla lakhe elizophuma ngo34 AD njengoba beshaya uStefan ngamatshe la konke umhlaba. And to iBhayibheli lithi uPaul has shook the world upside down. uPaul wawusheka umhlaba yedwa, yabona. And so i-gospel tour was preached to all creatures under heaven. So singamema sithi leya gospel likaPaul, leya gospel yama-disciples ayi-12, leya bandla lawenza umsebenzi walo successfully. This is why mina nawe siyazi i-gospel namhlanje, yabona. But sizokuveza ke manje ukuthi ke kukhona ke ukhuluma ngehistory the modern sithi modern Israel. Israel wamanje uqale nini? Uqale ngesikhathi sama-Millerites. History yokuqala leyo to uKristu uzobuya ngo-1863 akazange akwazi ukubuya because umsebenzi waba i-failure. And then waphinde futhi wazama futhi ukuthi uyabuya ngo-1888. History esibili le yama-Adventist, wathi uyabuya uKristu abantu abekho ready, umsebenzi was a failure. Seventh-day Adventist ayithunyiwe ukuthi must go to the cities, azange yenze loo nto. Yalibala yini? Yalibala ukuloku iphikisana nama-doctrines akade establishwe ama-pioneers, abantu abafana noMiller, no-Charles Fitch, no-Josiah Leach, Samuel Snow, and all the people abeba ama-pioneers. They built these building blocks. Ama-truths afakwe kuleya chart ekuthiwa 1843 chart, 1850 chart. So i-leadership ye-Seventh-day Adventist ngama-1800s to 1900s yalibala ukuphikisana nalama doctrines azathi umprofethi Ellen White mabahlukane nabantu asebefile, yabo. And uEllen White uzokhuluma kwenye indawo ukuthi umsebenzi wethu is to reproduce kahle kahle lo msebenzi walaba these elder brethren asebelele, not to destroy that work. It's to reproduce it and spread it and build upon it. But ngama 1909, 1890, 1900s khona abantu abasha manje eba makhosi kwi-Seventh-day Adventist, for like A.G. Daniels. So ilabo bantu ke abasilida ngaleso sikhathi, and bona abafuna ukuyenza ukuloke bekopolota these small details kulama writings, befuna ukushintsha ama books, yabo, ukuhlakanipha ukuthi thina we know better, yabo. Umprofeti uthi A.G. Daniels futhi wena kufanele bekufanele ngabe wena futhi uyi-president futhi bengafanele ngabe uphinde wa-electwa wena, because kuthiwa lo msebenzi owenza kuthiwa I've been shown ukuthi usetshenziswa ama-angels which were expelled from heaven wena. So imagine ke manje kukhulunywa ngokuthi a leader in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, uthi Ellen White, when usetshenziswa ama-angels which were expelled from hell, from heaven. So sithi-ke i-Seventh-day Adventist bese kwi-darkness ngaleyo ndlela. Sikhuluma ngama-1900s. Angithi sithi kule ifundo from 1863 siyabona vele ukuthi bashona phansi, darkness, Laodicean condition there, according to Revelation chapter 3. So sithi-ke manje umprofethi noma ethi uyabakhuza bangakhuzeka. So this is why uKristu engabuyanga ngama-1888 to 1900s. Akabuyanga ngosibili because it was a chaos. Bengawenza umsebenzi to reach the cities. This is why mina ke i-Seventh-day Adventist akho umuntu ongahlangana naye mina ethi Adventist. Ama-Adventists, they are very scarce and they're very scarce. Zikhona inkonzo zigcwele uyazazi ezinye but angizange ezwa ngama-Adventist. So sithi-ke that was the second failure ngama-1800s, 1888 to 1900. Manje ngo-1989 sithi uChrist is attempting to come back for the third time and sithi manje uzobuya. This is a history of success. When it comes to Sunday law, kuzobe sekhona igroup yabantu la understanda imission kaNkulunkulu ayizosetshenziswa ukuyozuza umhlaba. Even nalapho we have to see ukuthi lezi zinto how are they going to look like, because avezifana njengasekuqaleni ngezikhathi zoPaul. Angithi uPaul babegijima behamba ngemikhumbi behla benyuka bephendula beshumayela. Angithi uyasazi story Peter bashumayela kuphenduka 3000 in one day. So manje lama histories they are repeating itself. This is why fanele sisebenzisa ama-parables. Angithi uyakhumbula masebenzisa ama-parables ukuthi ama-parables sizocomparisha these histories, right? But principle sisebenzayo sustain literal to spiritual. Yeah. So you cannot expect ukuthi into yenzeke literally njengoba kade yenzeka esikhathini sikaPaul. Ilake monga wasebenzisa lama principles, lama parables. If you are not using parables, more understand the scriptures, you are lost, because I was to understand that correctly. So sithi njengamanje asagijima emkhumbini manje, asazi ukugibela imikhumbi sihambe ngezinyawo sithini sishonile, because we have internet, angithi. So yona into eyingozi ke manje, because awuzubona nqwaba konqwaba ozoyibona abantu igijima ilandela uPaul, and then kuzoba difficult nokubona ukuthi ngempela lama prophecies are being fulfilled. So sithi ke this is why manje ubona sisebenzisa lama parables, because sifuna ukuthi si-understand correctly ukuthi kahle kahle uNkulunkulu usilida kanjani ukuze sikwazi ukubona lama events. Bheka nje manje if singafeza manje into eseyenzekile manje, zonke lezi zinto akulula ukuthi uzibone. Only by this message ukwazi uku-understand lama waymarks ukuthi ukwazi ke manje ukubona hayibo 2001 kani is an event. Yabona namanye sisazobona 2019, 2021, 2012 njengoba sikhuluma 2014. So sizosizwa lama parables ukuthi even lama events nalama dates asedlulile sikwazi ukwa-establish wabona ukuthi khona into ebeyenzeka lapha ya, because izinto zizoba normal. There will be this level of normalcy ukuthi izinto zizoba normal nje kanje. So i-war ikhona, ama-pandemics akhona, so everything is in place. Ama-collapse, economic collapse, ziyenzeka zonke lezi zinto. Njengoba uKristu yathi there will be wars, rumors of wars. Izinto zizobe kuthiwa kuyaliwa, but not ukuthi zizofike la kona. There's gonna be wars, ukuthi rumors of wars somewhere. So akho nto ezokwethusa until uzwe kukhala i-trumpet into ezokwenzeka. So sithi zibaluleke kanjalo-ke lezi zinto ukuthi sizilandele very clearly and precisely njengoba senza ukuze sikwazi uku-understand i-history yethu. I hope sizoma la, then esifundweni esilandelayo sizozama uku-establisha lwa-2014 nazo zonke lezi zinto ukuthi zihamba zisibekaphi. So besenza i-revision yalezi zinto of which I believe kubalulekile siloko sizivakashela lezi zinto. Sizovala-ke njengamanje. I hope sizobusiseka. I hope we are blessed. God bless.